more than Princess Leia, greater than a postcard, less delusional than a grandma, and more wishful than drinking. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Carrie Francis Fisher.
But only on loan.
Of course. Hello, darling.
Hi, baby. How are you?
I'm good.
How are we?
We're, I think, better than ever.
Really? Do we age like wines without
Yes.
whining?
And without drinking.
I know. I never did that, though. Did you?
Not really.
I took pills alcoholically.
And I followed suit.
Really, I was the Pied Piper that led you off the edge of that thing.
Well, we kind of both found them about the same time and then
Did we?
met.
We met over a very romantic table of opiates.
Yes. Speaking of drinking, I just wanted to talk about wishful drinking. You're here in New York because they're...
Made me come. No, I love being here. Because they're filming it for HBO.
That is like so exciting.
It's everything happens in 3 letters to me, though. HBO, ECT, LSD, AGE. And ABE.
I know, that's it. When we first met back in 1992, first thing I said to you is you need to have your own one-woman show.
Instead of someone else's.
How did it feel to be on Broadway?
It was great. I've been doing it all along, and the audiences here are incredible. And because basically the audience in this is my scene partner.
Right.
And they were just a lot of fun, because I do come out and say, there was this boxer from 1905 who dated not one woman but 3 and traveled around, and that made everyone so happy. But somebody came up to him one day and said, "Why do you think white women like gay men?" Sorry, that's me. "Why do you think white women like black men so much?" And he said, "We eat cold eels and think distant thoughts." Okay, but it's as good an answer as anything else.
So who introduced you to Paul Simon?
I was about 20 years old, and I had always,
Loved his music.
yeah. If I could have ever been a fan of anyone, and I could, it would have been Paul, Joni Mitchell, and Cary Grant. Go figure. Star Wars won some LA Film Critics Award, and Paul was there picking up the award for Woody Allen for Annie Hall.
Right.
So, and he was there with Shelley Duvall. And there's actually a photograph that was in the LA Times or something. He offered to drive me. We went all over to Richard Dreyfuss's hotel room and had dinner afterwards, a bunch of us. And we're the 3 of us in the back of the car, and Shelley's kind of like this, and Paul and I are looking at the camera like, ooh, ooh.
Right.
No, and we had an argument that
First
night.
day?
Well, the argument was I'd gotten into Sarah Lawrence College. I've always wanted to be educated.
Yeah, but you went to the School of Hard Knocks.
Well,
right?
I always, I'm street smart, and the street is Rodeo Drive, whatever. But I had gotten in. Didn't graduate from high school, so I had gotten into Sarah Lawrence via the philosophy department.
Really?
I fooled them.
Wait a second. So you didn't grad? So how?
I gave a good interview. So it was basically like this, and I'll probably get into a college from this interview. The Gay College of Dramatic Arts. Anyway, and Paul said to me, "You will never go. You won't be able to go because show business." So we had this argument. It was like, you don't even know me, so really not.
Literally.
And he was right. So I married him. I showed him. I got back at him. But no, so that was how we met. And then the next time I saw him, he didn't actually break up with Shelley. She went to England to do The Shining. And I think the filming went on literally for over a year.
Yeah.
So in her absence, I
The heart
stepped in.
did not grow fonder. Who introduced you to Percocet? And I only say that not
No,
that
no,
it's
no,
a
no,
love.
I know.
No, I'm not going.
It is. It was a love.
A love.
No, it was totally. It did something for me that I couldn't do for myself. Whatever that was, it made things okay.
Right.
Or anyway, better than before. And my whole philosophy, basically, I realize now, was anywhere but here. I mean, literally, even if I felt good, I could have felt better.
You have an uncanny ability to turn your challenges into
An entertainment. Well, it's good anecdote, bad reality.
Right.
Oftentimes, it got for me to the point where I would understand in the middle of something so horrendous that it was going to end up being funny. To be able to connect and laugh about something that could have killed you, that for years you lied about, were so ashamed about, but to be able to finally admit it. I mean, and when you claim it, it has not only far less power over you, but over time, no power over you. And that's an amazing thing, because that's all drugs had for many years, was power over me.
Right.
I mean, I would have done anything. I stole it from medicine cabinets. We invented this thing called house hunting.
We did that, together. That one house we went to that was...
You're not going to say the person whose house it was. But they have open houses. You can go, you look around and go, okay, now, so where's the bathroom? Because we just really... And then
There was this
rummage.
one estate, that was from the 1910s. It was gorgeous. It was that silent screen star. Buster Keaton's estate was up for sale.
Now, of course, whoever was living in there will know we took his Percocet.
They were so old.
Those were the best houses to look in.
Old people.
Because they had because they had the arthritis medicine and stuff. So that was house hunting. So yes, we did that. But I mean, I would take them from my friends,
Well, what good drug addict doesn't steal a little
Yeah,
drug?
but try and make that understandable to, it's appalling. Making you a liar, a thief, it just
that's
all
where the
these
amends
things.
come in,
And
so.
that's the other thing of you better make yourself fun, because they're going to get really mad at you.
know, it's
So
so true.
I developed a part of a person. Well, I had it anyway, but there's a part of my personality that's sort of like pleading, and which I developed from my father, because my father, we didn't see him a lot. But so what I would do is, he would come around once a year, and I would try to be the most fun, amazing, irresistible, so he'd come around more. I made myself wonderful for his return. But that's where that comes from.
Who were your favorite icons? But you already said Carrie Graham.
There's certain people with a verbal acuity that just slaughters me. That they're wordsmith and Wessons, I used to
But you're
say.
a wordsmith too. One of my favorite lines, I hope I remember it, is a silence fell between them like freshly fallen snow. It just makes me cry. Well, Carrie, I love you like nobody's business.
I love you like show business.
Mwah. Good night, y'all. We're gonna stay in here for eternity.
And I'm going to turn him straight.